2019's Code Vein took Soulslike combat and filtered it through anime-infused visuals and a flexible approach to build and character customization. The upcoming Code Vein 2 is set to build on this already solid foundation, tightening the combat, expanding tactical fluidity, and pushing you towards deeper personal expression. Lock in if you want to know how this sequel is set to evolve the Code Vein formula. Here are 15 of the biggest gameplay differences. More versatile suite of combat abilities. Code Vein 2 expands its predecessor's dynamic combat system, widening the Souls-like toolkit to layering weapon skills, blood abilities, and all new forme-driven techniques. The sequel's goal is to make every encounter feel less like repeating Code Vein's light and heavy attack moveset, and more about responding intelligently with the right tool at the right time. In Code Vein 2, you can expect more build-defining abilities, expanded maneuverability, and a sharper arsenal of devastating weaponry. Blood codes can now be swapped mid-fight. Blood codes return from Code Vein as the foundation for the sequel's build customization, with your fighting style, weapon stats, and applicable forme determined by your code choices. The key differences here are flexibility and opportunity for expression, rather than committing to one blood code per fight. Code Vein 2 allows you to switch codes mid-combat. That means you can begin a battle with a defensive-leaning code before pivoting into something more offensive or support-focused once you've learned an enemy's patterns. This expansion encourages on-the-fly experimentation, rewarding your ability to react and adapt. Expanded blood-draining attacks. Replacing blood veils from the first game, Code Vein 2 introduces the Jail equipment system, broadening how and when you can harvest resources from enemies. In specializing your equipped gear, you'll be able to perform new and unique blood-draining attacks to build up your ichor. And these are more than cinematic finishers, they're integrated more deeply to your abilities and build customizations, providing buffs, intel on enemy maneuvers, or opportunity to unleash devastating finishers that are tied to new weapons like the floating rune blade. Greater emphasis on positioning. Where the first game could sometimes devolve into just trading blows, Code Vein 2 places greater emphasis on spacing, timing, and enemy reading, all made easier by cleaner, more deliberate animations. Enemy attacks are crisper and telegraphs are clearer here. The sequel gives you opportunities to respond with precision rather than button bashing. This coalesces with resource management too. Good positioning not only keeps you alive, but opens high-value counters, plus chances to unleash jails and veil breaks. Weapon forme introduces new combat depth. We mentioned the sequel's new forme attacks in our 15 Things to Know feature, and here we'll go into greater detail. First, weapon forme brings a key evolution to Code Vein 2's combat compared to the original game, with ability variations which shape how your weapons function moment to moment. Falling into 3 subcategories, weapon forme lets you specialize your arsenal beyond simple stat scaling. There's combat forme, allowing you to unleash powerful weapon-based attacks, magic forme, which delivers ranged and ability-enhanced strikes, and support forme, for utility buffs to your character or your weapon, enhancing your control of the battlefield. Bequeathed and defensive forme add even more variety. Beyond your weapon forme, Code Vein 2 layers in bequeathed forme, inheriting techniques for summoned unique, massive weapons for devastating finishers, and defensive forme, which focus on guards, parries, counters, and special evasive maneuvers. The result is a combat system where attack and defense aren't just binary choices, but are fluid motions which can be built around punishing openers, damage mitigation, and mid-bout momentum flipping. Partner system goes deep. You should check out our 15 Things feature for a broad overview of all the all-new partner system which replaces Code Vein's co-op, as here we'll dissect exactly what your AI-controlled companions bring to the battlefield. Well, they aren't passive tag-alongs here, they wield their own weapons, blood codes, forme, and blood-draining abilities. They can apply buffs, cover angles, set up, and participate in powerful combined synergies. Your partner's strengths are set to be a key strategic element to master while playing through the sequel's campaign. Trait links and bonuses enhance party synergies. Yes, your companions won't just simply exist alongside you, but they'll connect to your build through trait links and trait bonuses. Matching their abilities, blood codes, or forme can unlock shared buffs and passive boosts, rewarding careful team selection rather than random choice. The system adds a light touch of RPG party depth, but keeps the focus on real-time action here. While dropping Code Vein's co-op might be divisive for some, the developers have at least placed care into the sequel's shift toward AI companions. 6 companions confirmed so far. So far, Bandai Namco has confirmed 6 AI companions will journey alongside you in Code Vein 2. Lou, Josie, Lyle, Holly, Noah, and Valentine, each bringing unique flair and distinct abilities to the table. Some are more offensive in nature, while others are defensively aligned to fulfill support roles. It seems the sequel's intention is to make choosing a partner as impactful as picking your favorite blade, opening up new playstyles based on who accompanies you. Parry mechanics return as Veil Break. Parrying is back in Code Vein 2, only this time it's woven more tightly into the game's resource management. Dubbed here as Veil Break, this high-risk, high-reward deflection demands surgically precise timing, but successful execution cracks your enemy's resolve, refills your Ichor, and activates powerful passive effects. A word of caution though, each Blood Veil has different parry timing and animations, providing extra challenge that you'll relish if you're aiming for ultimate proficiency. Deeper build customizations. In deepening customization, Code Vein 2 reinforces one of its predecessor's strongest elements. Centering mostly on weapons, now they can be sharpened through forme, while blood codes, like the first game, remain highly modifiable via new skill-based augmentations, which will push your build towards something deeply personal. Overall, there's plenty more headroom to chase a hyper-specialized build here, whether that's evasive speedsters, tank-like brutes, or even hybrid mage-like fighters. Motorcycle supports semi-open world. A major structural shift, and one we touched on in our 15 Things to Know feature, is Code Vein 2's semi-open world design. What we didn't mention there is the new motorcycle, which will play a pivotal role in stitching the game's regions all together. While Code Vein resembled openness in its semi-linearity, it's the sequel which provides a broader sense of exploration, and the motorcycle is integral to connecting its environments. Visual evolution improves the combat fluidity. Away from its ambitious anime art style, the first Code Vein's graphics received a mixed reception, which, while overall fidelity isn't always a game's most important aspect, sure, sometimes had an actual detrimental effect on combat readability. With its sharper detail and textures, Code Vein 2 provides clearer silhouettes, more visual cues, and better defined effects, making both traversal and combat more intuitive without losing the original's distinctive art style. Vertical environments change how fighting unfolds. Alongside the aforesaid semi-openness of the world, Code Vein 2 leans more heavily into vertical world design when compared to its predecessor. Multi-level combat arenas, layered traversal routes, and newly reactive environmental hazards play a larger role in how each battle unfolds. In line with the sequel's emphasis on spatial awareness, the game's verticality encourages a new way of thinking. Enemies can be lured into traps, or attacking from height can yield positional advantages, while thought must be given to threats from above and below too. Improved target lock-on. Enemies could be targeted in Code Vein, yet despite a swap-on defeat setting the automatic targeting of new enemies after you've slain one was often sluggish or sticky. For the sequel, auto-target switching and auto-attack trailing are set to return, but they've been refined to provide better tracking here. Coupled with improved camera behavior, you'll be able to follow your blade's next victim much more reliably, reinforcing the game's Souls-like aspirations. And with that, we reach the end of this video. Have anything to say? Let us know in the comments below. Also, we upload new videos every single day on Gaming Bolt, so please consider subscribing as it really helps us out. Thanks for watching.